you're really expecting a third of the traffic to drop off next week?
Good morning, Becky. And yes, that's right. According to our own port optimizer, which measures the loadings in Asia, will be down just a little bit over 35% next week compared to last year. And it's a precipitous drop in volume, with a number of major American retailers stopping all shipments from China based on the tariffs.
Yeah, the China piece of that is the most interesting. That's where the shipments are basically ground to a halt, you've said?
Yes, that's correct. And that makes up about 45% of our business here in Los Angeles, Becky. Now, what we have heard in talking directly to CEOs and senior executives of the shipping lines is they'll try to add a couple of port calls in along the Southeast Asia routes where cargo is still moving, albeit at a 10% tariff. But realistically speaking, until some accord or framework can be reached with China, the volume coming out of there, save a couple of different commodities, will be very light at best.
I was looking at the numbers, and for the first 3 months, you all handled about 2.5 million import containers. That's up 14% year over year. So how much of that was retailers and others trying to really bring forward as much as they possibly could ahead of these tariffs?
A great majority of that volume was advancing inventory, and that started last summertime. Even during the campaign trail, when folks started talking about tariffs and trade policies, some larger retailers across a variety of sectors and manufacturing folks who were bringing in parts and components started to advance that inventory. So we had about 9 months of a run up here. And then this last burst in March really took us to the end of what we call that inventory look. And now precipitous drop overall. And realistically, what we're going to see next is that retailers have about 5 to 7 weeks of full inventories left, and then the choices will lessen.